There ain't nothing wrong with a little bumper. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Wednesday Witching Hour. Man, it has been a week. All I got to say. Welcome to all my people in the chat. Jeff Pellin, Dixon Designs, Jeff Kane, Fathom. Man, all my favorites. Glad to see you all. Welcome, welcome. It is a Witching Wednesday, y'all. Hey man, stay safe out there. Like Vibes has been saying, man, did you make somebody's life better today? Hey man, just take it upon yourself. Do something nice for a stranger, do something nice for yourself. It still counts in my book. You know what I mean? But do something today so that tomorrow's you has it a little easier, because Lord knows it just takes a little bit of rain, well, a lot of rain and wind, and that could turn your whole world upside down. Uh, I was worried about my mom and my sister down there, as well as all of my Zen, all of my fishy friends down in Houston as well. Hopefully, everybody is getting themselves back online and getting it together. Still a lot of people without power and water. My mom and sister were both without power, and my sister couldn't get back to her house from work for a little bit. But I've got a cousin inside the loop. My sister works down in the medical center, so she had plenty of opportunities to work. My little nieces were at summer camp, so they missed the whole thing, which I guess is good, because having your kids with you while the power's out and you got to figure out where you're getting food and water, it's probably easier. They're not depending in the same situation. Um, but yeah, man, turns everything upside down when the water stops working and the electricity stops working. I took in my buddy Nate and Anna. I met them the same year I met my wife in 1995 at St. Edward's University here in the Austin area. Nate I knew in high school. Uh, so Nate, Anna, and the dogs, two dogs, came up here to stay, and they left while I was sleeping this afternoon. So, and I didn't get up until like 8, and my wife was going to bed. So everything is quiet, and it was fun last night, being up all night and stuff like that, because every time I went outside, the dogs wanted to go, and they were having a great time jumping around in my backyard and eating grasshoppers and whatever they could get their mouth on. They were having a good time. uh Nola Sue drank out of the mystery snail tank, uh was quickly reprimanded by the matriarch of the family, that's Anna. I It doesn't bother me in the slightest. Snail water probably has a certain je ne sais quoi, you know what I mean? So good. I was like, hey man, like, pond water, you know what I mean? Like, thirsty, no big deal. You have a picture to send me. Fathom Aquatics, would you do me a favor and send it to New Local Austin at fishfam.link and see if that goes through. I believe Dixon Designs was having trouble with that. Dixon Designs, I sent you an email at your Outlook, but I never heard anything back, so I don't know whether you got it, dear. You and I have been having trouble reaching each other, and from what I can tell, it's not on my end, but I'm never certain. You know what I mean? Like, I just type things into the box and hit send. You know what I mean? Like, it goes somewhere. It tells me if it doesn't go. You know what I mean? Like, so it went somewhere, but maybe not to you. But yeah, man. So try that, and I'll check it in a few minutes, and we'll see whether it came through or not, and then we'll try something else. Jeff, these are new to me, same stock as I have in my fish room currently. But these endlers and these swords are from the local pet store down here, the Aqua Dome, I believe. Um, and yeah, they've done really, really well. And these Denizians just came from my boy Jack and uh, David, two boys living down the street. There were three boys living down the street, but then one of them moved, and now they're moving. So I gave them advice on moving the tanks. They said that it came in handy. They were doing that earlier this evening before I was even up. Uh, but they had some extra Denizians to get out of the tank. And yeah, David was funny because his mom was like, hey, there's still Endlers in your tank. And he goes, yeah, I know. And she was like, "Are there any females in there?" And he goes, "No." So I've got all the female endlers from his tank. He's thinking about going a different direction. He was saying that yesterday when he was looking around my fish room, and I was like, "Yo, man, the way you guys keep your fish and everything, I do appreciate." These guys are in quarantine, by the way. Um, but I still quarantine my fish no matter what. But I was like, yeah, man, if you decide to go a different direction, like get with me, we'll like make some plans. I'll make some room in here for you. You know what I mean? Like that's the thing. You gotta responsibly rehome the fish that you have. And if you're having trouble doing that, I'm gonna always be a soft touch for you, buddy. Because I want to support these guys in whatever way that they want to interact with the hobby. And yeah, I'm very impressed. I really like the sword tails. There's it almost looks like that other male, not the big one, but that smaller one that's on the right now that keeps ducking out of frame at the bottom. There he is. It looks like there might be some deformity on his tail or something like that, but it's all coloration. There's nothing wrong physically with him. He's a leer tail, so he might not he might not be viable. But golly gee, it's a interesting coloration on his tail there. I've got a bunch of babies growing up right now as well. But yeah, no, I took those in and gave them some. So yeah, man, it's been a busy week for me. I talked to way more people than I normally do. It was good to get a visit from some friends in need coming from Houston. Yeah, they were in North Houston, and the outer band like went right over their house, and it knocked out the water and power. So they didn't have water or power. So come 6 o'clock the next morning, they were like, "Yo, man, what are you guys doing? Can we come stay with y'all?" And I was like, "Please come up here." I was like, "We've got water and whatnot, because we'll bail and go to Houston when Austin starts messing around and has no water or power. We'll we'll move when we have to." Mm. Yeah, Fathom. Yeah, I would probably expect that. And I mean, like, a deworming of anything that you catch in nature might be a good thing. But I mean, even in nature with worms, you know what I mean? Like, these fish manage to procreate and make more babies and live their lives somewhat shortened. You know what I mean? It can be a lot longer in a protective environment. So, oh yeah, and one of the boys had pennywort. So I've got some pennywort in this tank as well, and I didn't have pennywort. And the fish tanks are set up at the old house. They just moved them today, and everything else got moved. So the fish were uh, the fish were the last things to get moved. So the duckweed had grown over the top and had been like that for a while. So a lot of the plants died in Jack's tank. So I made sure to give Jack a piece of Anubias and a bunch of spiral valve. And I was like, hey man, like, as you can see, this is floating at the top of my tank. So if you don't get it in the tank fast enough and it dies, just come get more. But you know, that way you can clear the duckweed off the top and get yourself replanted. But yeah, man, it was fun. And they had a cousin with them that was hanging out during the summer and whatnot. The cousin was over and we were talking about he goes to the same camp that I went to as a kid. So yeah, it was a pretty fun conversation. And oh man, the boys love those dogs that came and were visiting. And the dogs, I do not think, are acclimated to being around other dogs, so they freak out around other dogs and like out in public and stuff. But if you come into their space and you're a child, they love you. So they yeah, big fluffy wolf dog, and Nola Sue is a mutt of some sort. She's freaking awesome. But yeah, they did a good job of hanging out. You know, Craig, that's funny that you should say that. I fathom the guppies that I had and stuff like that. That was something that Oliver uh was telling me about at Aquashella. He was like, if you have males that are really small and stuff like that, that can be a sign of like them having worms and stuff like that. So my guppies might need to be dewormed as well. Um, yeah, but I thought we'd start with the new Denizians, and that female with a very large gravid spot that is as big as that male swordtail is a Endler female, like the mother of all Endlers. So look at her. She is huge. Love her. Well, that is great, Fathom. You know what I mean? And like, when you get too many, man, move them on. But like, I just feel like they were a good group of guppies. They breed really well. They're not eating their babies. probably because I overfeed, you know what I mean? Like there might be more predation. But yeah, I just love I just they were the first guppy that I had. I got lucky, I guess. I mean, I wouldn't know, you know what I mean? First time keeping guppies, you know what I mean? But they were breeding well and stuff like that. So I was like, well, this is the type of guppy that people that want guppies are looking for. You know what I mean? Like, first off, we want them to do well, you know, and then secondly, we want them to look a certain way. You know what I mean? Like, and you get to choose what kind you follow and whatnot. Oh, okay, Dixon. That's great. I'm glad you found the email. That's awesome. Um, yeah, like I said, I'm not gonna run out of fish girl. Don't you worry about it. You know what I mean? Like we can make this take as long as it needs to take. So yeah, let me check my email for whatchamacallit. Something from Mr. Fathom, Austin Pond Society. There we go. Yeah. Okay. So Dixon, yeah, man, you came back to me. All right. Hey, Dixon Designs. We are officially attached. So let me see what I can do with this. Oh, that's a good one. I like that. Okay. How do I save this to images? Save image. Yeah, that's a really great shot, man. I feel good. I feel good about that. All right. I don't know whether you guys can hear me while I'm clicking around on my iPad or not, but yes, Dixon Designs, I did receive your email. We are officially connected. We can contact each other. Yes. And Fathom, I did get that picture. It is great. Let me see if I can I just I guess we could just add it as a background, right? See what I get by upgrading. I cannot. All right. Well, good to know. See about upgrading. All right. I'll look into it. So yeah, I'm not sure how to share it, but it was a picture of looking over my handout tank at Aquashella. All right. Party time. Fireball Corey's. Hey man, yeah, you know what I mean? Like you throw the candy in the tank, you know what I mean? Like it's a completely different energy in there. That's great, dude. Hello, GNC Aquatics. Welcome, welcome. First class fish. Anybody I didn't welcome already, please welcome, welcome. I'm glad you all are here. Um, I need just a couple minutes, so let's blow this up. There we go. Let's take this off. There we go. And let's get a good look at these. And guys, just give me 2 minutes. I need to take care of some business on this end, and then I'll be right back with you. Yeah, sorry about that, folks. I usually try to take care of everything before I get the stream started, but you know how it is. The bathroom waits for no one. So take your bathroom breaks. Everybody, feel free to be right back. You know what I mean? Take it, take time to make yourself more comfortable. Everybody gets settled in. Yeah, man, I've just been feeling, man, a little bit now that there was like a bunch of activity that isn't normally here, and now it's gone again, and it's quiet in the middle of the night. The wife is sleeping, the fish are looking at me for food. You know what I mean? Like normal. I don't know. This week just reminded me how important it is to help each other and how we're stronger together than we are separately. Um, and how when something you don't have any control over is really impacting your life, you can reach out to somebody and they can help you and they can share what they have. You know what I mean? So good. So wholesome. Um, yeah, I'm real thankful for all of the friends I have online. Honestly, this is my favorite way to interact with people and share what I have going on in my fish room with my hobby and whatnot, and it makes me very happy. But I do value all of our camaraderie that we have, and how the community is so helpful and stuff like that. And I'm glad to be a part of it. Benoski is asking how. Is he asking how to do the shrimp thing? You spend a long time harvesting and smashing pest snails for my large angels, and they expect it from me. Yeah, my angels are, I don't know, every day is a new relationship with them. They're my friends sometimes. Sometimes they're protecting their mate from me. You know what I mean? Other times they are running in fear for their lives because I'm in the room. Sometimes they are trying to outcompete each other to get to the surface flakes to pull the flakes down, and other times they are will not go up to the surface because they're scared they're going to get predated upon or something, and they won't eat it until it starts to fall in the water. It depends on the day, and this is the same couple. You know what I mean? Like the same pairing. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you, but like every day is different with them. But they like to pretend like I hit them a lot. Yo-yo loaches. I got me some coolie loaches. So yeah, I got to show off my fish room to like one of my good friends, and then the boys came over with mom Claire, and they came over to the fish room and saw my fish room. So I got to show my fish room off to people this week, and I don't usually get to do that. So that was actually super exciting and fun. All right, Juanita's got a story here. Oh, that too. My large blue angel has decided that he wants the beautiful female panda that Jeff K sent me. So at times there are battles. Yeah, man, that's true too, man. A little lip locking, a little bit of shaking at each other, a little bit of pushing each other around. I love it. I haven't seen my angels kill anything, and I've actually only seen my angels. Well, when they were protecting eggs, they were pushing the Corys around in the tank a little bit, but outside of like breeding and stuff like that, it was always like posturing amongst themselves. Eekers, long time no see. Oh, crazy busy at work. Well, hey man, I guess that's good, right? Job security. I don't know why it keeps skipping out into this format. It's really weird. But okay, we'll do this then. How about that? We'll try this. See if it weird, man. Yeah, I like how crisp that picture is, Fathom. So let's try to get these guys some food and see what happens. So because I added to this quarantine tank, I got my Aquashella quarantiners established. They let's see. The Cotapunk is in a tank with all the male guppies, and he looks pretty happy. And the longfin red super red, I just put in a tank with the two large females, and he was getting acclimated yesterday. And I can't, I'm having trouble seeing in the tank, so can't really can't really tell you what's going on. But I see one of the females, and there's so much hornwort in there, I can't see anything. But yeah, I hope he doesn't. Hope he don't get that up by the wild females. But he's got to sort it out. And my my Corydoras, the canii female, just got added. And yeah, man, they're all laying low and chilling. So everybody seems to be all right that I moved around yesterday. Oh, we're gonna give them some Viber bites. It's got the flavor that Endlers crave. So you'll see little bits of red start falling in a minute. They're definitely excited. So that's happy. You guys are too much. So yeah, I wanted to show you guys that. So they're eating. What, Mark was sharing something? Good day to Mark. Heck yeah, man. We all wish Mark the best. He's a good dude. Always enjoyed spending time with him. He's another one of those guys that you always find yourself in the chat with. You know what I mean? Like, I know he and I spend a lot of time in the chat because in common because of the hours that I keep, and he's it's during the daytime for him, right? But still, I mean, like Mark's in a lot of chats, man. Even in the evenings, he's there. Freaking love it. Wouldn't want to eat any other way. Benoski, always good to see you. Good one, Jeff. Good one. Yeah, Jeff, you were saying on your stream when I told you that I drank a quart of coffee. I mean, technically that's a lie. I think it's probably more like 42, but because I carry a quart with me, and then I have a traveler cup that's full. But yeah, I quickly realized when I started drinking coffee on the night shift, and then even during the day, when I was drinking coffee and it was like a form of like entertainment, you know what I mean? Just always sipping some coffee, you know what I mean? Like, I quickly realized that I could drink a very massive amount of coffee. So, like, I just got to the point where I was like, Well, all right, I'll take this thermos full of coffee and I'll drink that. And when it's gone, it's gone. You know what I mean? Because the last cup of coffee is the saddest. And the only thing that we can be sure of is that one of our cups is going to be the last one. You know what I mean? So there's no reason. So for me, it was just a logistics thing. It's like, well, if a quart of coffee isn't going to get it, you know what I mean? 2 quarts isn't going to get it. You know what I mean? So like you have to stop somewhere. So that's how I came up with that. And because I travel with it, I have like a finite amount. You know what I mean? So when I'm at work, I can't go and get coffee because most of the gig is being there to preserve the airway. So can't really run off and go run errands like there's any place to go run errands to in the middle of the night that I want to go to. So yeah, man, I have the ability to drink more coffee than that, but I just don't. I So yeah, these swordtails are doing pretty good, and these endlers have different colorations and markings on them than the endlers that I have, so that's kind of interesting. So I guess I'll keep them separate. Yeah, fathom. Yeah, if you're used to doing it with a pump and you're not doing it with a pump anymore, it is very slow. But I mean, like changing water is one thing, and that's important. You know what I mean? At the very least, you need to do that. But I found that getting the mulm and the floating bits of algae and stuff out of the water really does help these tanks, especially the ones that are overcrowded and stuff like that. Like, there's a fair bit of mulm sitting on top of the sand, and it's like, it's okay if I get rid of most of it because it'll come back. Yeah, I have a backup pump on the shelf right now, as a matter of fact. I think I still got one just in case. Oh, and I won one at on the wheel at Aquashella, and I think I got the smallest or the second smallest that they had because the DC pumps that I have currently are great for water changes and stuff like that. But as far as like a pump for circulating the pond and stuff like that, on their lowest setting, they were still putting out too much gallons per hour. There you go. Mark knows the benefits of the bean. I had an espresso machine at work, coffee filled in many a long hour at work. Yeah, man, it just makes it better, dude, just to be able to sip on something. Excuse me again. Much better I am. Yeah, that's true. We do have things in place to take care of mistreated animals and stuff like that. But the situations that they run into, a lot of times, like especially the ones that they televise and stuff like that on the animal shows and stuff like that, like this neglect hasn't been going on for a month. You know what I mean? It's been ongoing. Um, really sad to see. Yeah, that's true, Jeff. Although dogs, if you're chained to something, you can't do a lot, but dogs are pretty smart when it gets cold and stuff like that, and will bury themselves and stuff like that to like keep warm. Yeah, so they were dogs that probably didn't even have the instinct to do that. Yeah, exactly, Fathom. Yeah, exactly. Like the stuff that you see, you're just like, wow, this didn't happen in the last 6 months. This has been years in the making, you know. Phantom has never slept outside. Of course he isn't, Craig. He wouldn't leave your brother outside. I swear watching you two, it's hilarious. It's like brothers. You're the older brother. And like Phantom's like, I'm hanging out with my brother. I'm hanging out with my brother. And it's like, nah, I'm not doing what my brother says. Nope. Yeah, dude. That horse of a that guy might have something on his tail. The one that I was looking at. It does look like it might be scarring. I thought it was a white I thought it was like a white coloration on the skin, but he might have gotten a chunk taken out of him. So I might add salt to this mix. But yeah, everybody seems to be doing really good. Everybody's eating. Supanoski. Yeah, it's just so good to see everybody and hang out. Mike loves life. What up, bro? Good to see you, my friend. You're up late. Are you okay? Everything's good over here, man. We were able to take care of a couple friends that were without water and power due to the Houston thing. So they got a chance to get some good rest, some air conditioning, food, you know what I mean, a shower, and like they went back in. They went back into it. He works in air conditioning. He does the residential side for a commercial HVAC company and stuff like that. So like all of his clients are uh work big commercial type buildings and things like that as well. So yeah, he was getting calls left and right, and there's I mean the place where they buy all of the parts and everything, I want to say it was Train. I want to say it was the Train distributor. The Train distributor doesn't have power. So like they're having trouble uh like you can't even get parts to fix the things that are broken. So, you know what I mean? Like they're still getting organized over there. I mean, it's Houston, they've done this a million times before, you know what I mean? But it is a mess, you know what I mean? Like, and everybody there is living in it. So he needed to get back to work. And I think he might have been checking on his mom. So that might be the direction he went uh to go stay at his mom's because I think the power's still out at his place. Um they may have gotten the water sorted out, but he still doesn't have electricity. So I think he was going to check on his mom and stay over there. So then he'll be getting up early to go to work. I would think that the job itself is very, very challenging because, like, especially in Houston and stuff like that, like, even in the middle of winter, if your stuff isn't working right, you know what I mean? Like, if you don't have temperature control, like, especially most of the months of the year when it's hot, like, if your AC isn't working, like, your life is shit. You know what I mean? Like, it's rough, man. Like, it's hard to do anything. You know what I mean? So, yeah, so you're constantly showing up and somebody hasn't had air conditioning for 24 hours. You show up at their house, you know what I mean? Like they're not generally like it's like trying to be like a food server or something and like working with people who are hungry. You know what I mean? It's just like it's not always easy, for sure. But he's doing a great job. But yeah, man, like I mean, he was working the whole time he was up here. He was on the phone the entire time. You know what I mean? So he's able to get a list together that, for and then I think he has some techs down there and stuff like that. So some of them are ready to work. So he was getting stuff organized and stuff like that. But I mean, like in these situations where there's like a hurricane or something like that, like you're trying to call somebody because your air conditioner's out. Just like people aren't answering the phone. You know what I mean? Like straight up. You know what I mean? So he was answering the phone. You know what I mean? And be like, okay, yeah, you have a problem. Okay, we've got you on the list. You know what I mean? And like that way, that gives people you know some solace, you know what I mean? Like, I'm on the list, somebody's gonna come and take care of me, I just have to wait, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, Jeff can imagine a hurricane hitting a town and, like, being the AC guy that he is and being like, "Yeah, man, that would be a mess." I was telling my buddy Nate, I was like, "This is what you do, man, you just show up to people's places that don't have electricity, and you'd be like, 'Yep, it's done.' Call us when the power comes back on, you know what I mean? Like, I was like, "You could be collecting money, like, left and right, dude." Like, if the power's still out, you know what I mean? Like, you can be like, "Yeah, man, I fixed it. It's done." But, yeah, it was a wild time for sure, for them especially, and it was just like, "Hey, welcome to our place, like, relax. You don't have to worry about that now. Everything is fine." Yeah, Alex, Georgia with no air conditioning is no fun. I've been there a couple times. Man, I need some water. I ate Whataburger earlier, and I feel like it was a mistake. But I am fully convinced that some of the flavors in fast food is drugs because there's definitely a withdrawal. Dang. So yeah, I got fishing for like the first time since Aqua Show at Dallas. So pretty exciting week for me. Pretty happy. Yeah, Craig, I bet there is, man. Because yeah, Houston without air conditioning in the summer is like rough. I mean, I'm sure people are doing it, but I bet they're not thriving. Yeah, just to let you guys know how close my friend Nate and I are. Nathan is the one who came up and helped me put in the heat pump in the fish room so that I could have air conditioning in there. So he's like more than half my hobby right now. You know what I mean? Like my garage fish room would be completely different without the AC. Yeah, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like there's a large workload. And then, all the storm damage and stuff like that. Like I have a memory of Hurricane Alicia, which was in the 80s in Houston. And when you think about like how crazy tornadoes and hurricanes and things like that are, like high wind situations, the visual I have, it's crisp in my mind. You know what I mean? And like I don't have like a lot of childhood memories. You know what I mean? Like I got a lot of them, but like a lot of it's like, no, man, I don't remember any of that. I wasn't paying attention. The plight of the ADHD child. But a board was came off of a neighbor's house and stuck in the roof, and like it was like stuck in the roof at like a 45-degree angle, so it like punctured the roof of the house. And I was like looking at it, I was like, man, that's like crazy. Like how does something like that happen? But yeah, trees turned over, tipped over, and like all sorts of stuff. Yep, drove your mom crazy. I did a lot of driving my mom crazy. I'm not gonna say I didn't cause her to age. You know what I mean? I was like A lot of that's my fault. I'm sorry, mama. But, yeah, no, mom's doing well. She was without power for, like, 8 hours, 12 hours, something like that, maybe more. But I kept in touch with her. There were people across the street with a generator, so she had somewhere to go get air conditioning if she needed it, but I mean, like, hey, man, she didn't wanna leave her spot, you know what I mean? Like, she likes her spot. She's got her stuff, you know what I mean? Like, didn't wanna go anywhere, and I was like, "Okay." But I called her the next day, and she still had power out, and I was like, "Well, you want me to come scoop you up? 'Cause, I'll go down there and get you. Come stay with me." So, yeah, man, I got some guppy grass floating in there, and, there's a box filter on the backside of this tank from the angle that we're looking. That's the flow these guys are all, dealing with, but everybody seems fine. Really happy. It looks like there's injuries on that one guy, but I think there was a beta in that tank, but it could have been the other male swordtail, so I'll keep an eye on aggression, but everybody was all huddled together and real scared, uh, yesterday after I put them in, but they seem fine today. And they're all definitely acclimated, to human contact and whatnot. Because when I was setting up the camera, they were all, like, coming out and looking, being like, "Hey, man, are we gonna get fed? Is this how this works here?" Getting a burger, Craig. Love it. Yeah, I had myself a burger, a Dr. Pepper, got it all going, got the stream set up, had to relog in. I'm tired tonight after all of this excitement. But, yeah, I haven't heard back from Skipper yet, but, I had an interesting bid for the thingamabobber, so we'll see if I'm in. But if not, I'll hopefully be in the next auction or whatever. Like I said, I didn't know how much of a waiting list he had or like what's going on. So I'll definitely check my email and make sure that that's all good. There you go, Craig. Love it when the Corys lay eggs. I need to feed baby bride shrimp more often. I bet my Corys would breed. But of course, right now, yeah, my water coming out of the tap at dawn is coming out 10 degrees hotter than the garage fish tank. So my Corys are getting warm water changes, which I do not believe is the trigger for them. I believe it is the cold water change that is the trigger for them, not a hot water change. But hey man, it's summertime in Texas, you know what I mean? Those water changes be warm. Nice, buddy. I saw some good looking cherry barbs in David's tank. Uh my neighbor. Yeah, Craig, that could work. I could do some frozen water bottles because what I do is I fill up uh what a 44 gallon Rubbermaid trash can with the water. And then I could be adding ice packs to that and dropping that water temperature before I do the water change. Heck yeah, Craig. Yeah, I was wondering whether that was going to happen to my caney eyes because I just got three of them. Now I have four, but when I was at Aquashella and I was like, "Hey, do you have caney eye?" And they were like, "Yeah, man, we've got one." And I was like, "All right, I'll take it." It's 12:12, ladies and gentlemen. It is now Thursday, July 11th in Central Texas, where you are hearing this live stream from. We're officially in the witching hours. Welcome. Like I said, I hope everybody is at least fair to middling. Take care of yourself so that you can take care of others. That is perfectly fine, Juanita. You can be quiet if you like. You can be loud if you like. This is a free space to express yourself or not, depending on how you're feeling in the moment. But I'm glad we're all vibing together. You know what I mean? Like sharing a space wherever the space in between all of our houses is, whatever, wherever that is. This place that we're at, where we're all sharing space presently. Like just be in the moment for a second. Enjoy. There's a lot going on. There are many moving pieces everywhere to make us busy.
It's nice every once in a while just to take a second to check in with the fish tank. 100,000 watch hours. Congratulations, Craig. That's a milestone, buddy. You've definitely been putting in the work, bro. I appreciate it. Oh, well, that's cool, Jeff. That sounds like a easily fixable problem, you know what I mean? Rather than, hey man, you just have to change who you are and then we'll let you. It's like, oh no. So that doesn't, yeah, probably not. Not yet. Hey, Craig, nobody cleans it like you, though. You know what I mean? Like, if you stopped being a cleaner, I feel like the world would have lost it, will have lost something, you know? Nobody cleans it like you, bud. I look to you for inspiration. It's a lot easier to watch you clean your tanks than it is to actually get off my butt and clean my own. Yeah, Jeff, I feel that. Living today takes everything you got. Wouldn't you like to get away? So you learned something. You can't have any video clips that have music, otherwise it will be demonetized. This war on music really makes me sad. I express myself through music um, quite a bit, you know. So like it's quite a cramp in my style. Yeah, that's right, Jeff. Yeah, you can just delete it, but then that would take away the watch hours from that particular video. So, oh well. It's about the type of comment like a dork. Stephen P. No penalty for a stream being demonetized. Y'all were worried about that. It just doesn't give you ad revenue, which is already very low for streams. Yeah. Uh, Yeah, it would be nice to get like 24 of us fish fan people together and we just make one channel and then everybody uploads all their stuff onto one channel. So then it's like different shows on the same channel. Everybody does an hour. Of course, that would mean that we would have to do an hour every day. So finding 24 people to do that and then all work together, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I don't think it would work. First Class Fish is putting bulletin out there for anybody have any new fish room acquisitions or breeding reports. Uh, we're looking at my new fish room acquisitions. I got some and endlers and some pennywort from my buddies down the street that are no longer down the street. I want to do my water changes and normal maintenance. And I want to get my tanks all looking more like my Rosie Barb tank. You know what I mean? I don't know, the plants look nice and it's not just a straight jungle of vow. So I just need to pull a bunch of plants out. Yeah, Steven, that's what I was saying. I was like, yeah, dude. I was like, a warm water change is, hey, it's still welcome, but it's summertime, man. Weird. Yeah, my guppies and endlers are all still breeding. No new breeding activity. Oh yeah, we can do the guys, just to let you know. Got my shirt. CPD's nuts. Heck yeah, the snowball plecos are really cute. Baby plecos in general are cute. I'm doing my part, Jeff. I made a bunch of purchases for the fish room. I needed I bought 6 of those caves and the stand that they go on, and then I bought some other stuff that I needed around here, uh, off of KJE's site. I get it while he still got it, y'all. Um, so yeah, but my order I think is coming in on Friday. So Friday, and it's coming from New York. So, that's the way that goes. It's coming from New York. So I got the semicircle one. Got 3 of those, and then I got 3 of the cube ones. And I think if I put the cube ones on the bottom and the rounded ones at the top, that'll be a cool look. I want to say I got brown. I either got brown or gray. I can't remember which one I picked. I was going back and forth between the two. But yeah, man. I think I ordered on the 4th, and on the 5th it was ready to go. So, it's just coming slowly this way. And, it might not. It might not be here on Friday, but that's when it was estimating that it was going to be here, and I'm fine with that. It was all dry goods, so yeah, maybe I'll do a unboxing of that. So three rads, fries, swimming from the first batch of eggs. That's what I'm talking about, Jeff. That's the good stuff. Oh, nice, Jeff. I think I got Dee Dee's aquatic pack. I know there's a Dee Dee's aquatic pack and sorry, botanical pack and a Foxy's Fishes botanical pack. Mm. Yeah, the plecos that I've had breed were breeding in a tank that didn't have any caves in it. Uh, but hey, man, like, what are you gonna do? Yeah, I like the design. I love the way they look. I mean, like, if they use them, great. If they don't, that's great too. I have a feeling that a bristlenose will use a cave on occasion, and whether it will or not has to do with the individual bristlenose. And I'm not. Oh, I'm so sorry. I keep yawning. I'm not. Com- I'm not like making strides to like breed as many bristlenose as possible, but like even not trying, my bristlenoses are becoming more bristlenoses. And as the little ones age out, I keep seeing more males. So yeah, man, I'm pretty sure that even if my current bristlenose do not use the caves, future bristlenoses will. You know what I mean? Like, about to have too many bodies. Huh. I wonder, yeah, I wonder what's up with that, Craig. Yeah, and that's something that I keep running into, and it seems very common when you're talking about fish in general and stuff like that. Like, certain breeds are more aggressive and certain breeds aren't aggressive and stuff like that. And it's just like, yeah, generally speaking, but like on the individual level, each individual fish has a personality, and he determines whether a plant is food or decoration. You know what I mean? Like, you don't get to make that choice, and each individual fish has to make that choice. Mm. I don't know. I do not know how I'm gonna make it all night. I go to work tomorrow night. I might just give it up and go to sleep. I don't know, y'all. I don't know. It's early enough. Maybe I'll just take a nap, set an alarm, and get up. Take a little snooze after this live stream here. Oh, Craig, those caps that I bought aren't ceramic. Shows you how well I read the read what I, yeah, I've got the ceramic planter spikes, but off of the Zon. That's what I've been using. Why? Because we like you. There you go. Hey man, I'm into composite plastic too, man. I don't mind. Oh my goodness. Well, I love you all, as I always say every week. And it wouldn't be the same without you guys. So thank you for being here. And this is another week of the Witching Hour television show, Rock You Like a Hurricane edition. Have a wonderful night, everyone, or day, or whatever you're having. You know what I mean? Like, make it yours and hang in there. I'll see you guys around the streams.